Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. I just want to give you a really quick heads up. This video was originally going to be an update on the Polyglot's Journey series and how I'm now basically about to enter a new phase of my language maintenance and sort of revitalization process, where I'm going to be doing a sort of language rotation, which is very exciting. However, I started the video by sharing my morning with you guys and taking you on my morning routine. And then I just got so interested and passionate about sharing that morning with you guys and talking about the importance of not just morning routines and rituals, but just general life balance for language learning, that the video became about that. So I just want you guys to know ahead of time. So this video, it will start out a little bit like I'm going to be talking about Swedish and new language rotations I'm doing, but it kind of ends up just being this really beautiful morning that I wanted to share with you guys. Hello, so today it is actually 5:33 and I'm already on my way to the office. So I'm very excited because it means I'm going to get there like 5:45, 5:50, and I'm gonna have a really great morning. So today I'm gonna be giving you guys a really exciting update on the Polyglot's journey and this sort of path to getting all of my languages up to high levels by the end of the year. Now at this point, so most of my languages are actually already back up to pretty high levels. So French, obviously, Japanese, Italian, I can still speak fine. It needs work. It's not as good as it used to be. Especially because I've spoken a lot more Spanish than I have Italian over the course of the last year or so since I moved to Barcelona. Spanish, I can still speak pretty much at the same level as I always did. And now Portuguese is better than it ever was. My Portuguese now is better than it was before. It still has a lot of work needs to be done, but I can speak Portuguese fairly confidently now, which is great. Like, you guys watched my Portuguese go from being pretty terrible and rusty to being fairly confident again. German is the one that I can speak it now for sure, and it's back up quite a bit, but it's still definitely, I haven't broken through the barrier. I'm still on those waves. If you watched my video on the language learning barrier. And so German definitely still needs quite a bit of work. I can speak it to some level of fluency now, but it's definitely lower and it needs work. So really the only language that I have right now in my 8 major languages that's just really, really rusty and that I can no longer really speak at a fluent level of any sort is Swedish. So, and German and Swedish happen to be related quite closely, and for me, German and Swedish are 2 languages that I've often gone back and forth with, and that I do sometimes confuse a little bit, because neither one of them has ever been at a really, really, really high level. I've spoken both Swedish and German pretty confidently and pretty fluently at different times, but never at the same time, really. And so I think now is the absolute perfect time to switch my efforts over to German and Swedish. So we had Portuguese and German. That went really, really well. Added Spanish back into the mix, which I haven't really talked about so much, but it's been going very well. And again, my Spanish now is fine, I think. It still, again, they all still need work, and they always will. That's how languages work. So like I said, I think now's the perfect time to rotate around and really get back to Swedish, which I have been waiting to do for a very long time. So I'm gonna get on the train now, and we'll talk more about this when I get to the office. I really do love this morning routine. Especially like the, grinding the beans fresh and making my little cup of coffee. I really enjoy this. right by the basketball hoop, we actually have these little spaceships. And they're very cool, because they're basically like soundproof and extremely quiet. And the real nice place is just to have like a little meeting or something. But today I got my bagel and my awesome cup of coffee. And I don't know, I think this morning I just kind of want really no distractions, just really, really nice peace and quiet. Maybe I can even just put my music on. I listen to very mellow acoustic sort of music in the morning, so. But yeah, so it's really nice to have that. So I think I'm just gonna take some time now to enjoy my bagel and coffee. Hey guys, sorry, I know that this video is becoming very much about my sort of morning, but I just really wanted to share this with you guys. So quite a lot of you probably know that I'm into meditation, and that when I left Helsinki, after I had gone there from Montreal for a job, and went back to the UK, I was in a pretty bad mental state. This is back in 2017, in April or May, and that meditation was a big thing that I did, and that was a huge part of what helped me get back into a more positive state, right? And that's when I started doing the Spanish series of you guys about reading a novel, and really recovered well, and that's when I moved to Italy, and then after that Barcelona. So I've been trying to really build a great morning routine again that would really support my language learning and my other activities, and really set me up for a really good day. And I made a video back when I came back to YouTube, right before I published my book, and I talked to you guys a little bit about how I was trying to eat better, trying to exercise more, trying to get back into meditation. Now, over the last month or so, maybe 2 months, I've been mentioning a little bit how meditation finally kind of came back into things. And this morning, since I'm here in this little spaceship, here with my computer there, I finished my coffee and my bagel. I was listening to some sort of German music and some other really calm songs that I have. And then I decided to do my meditation here this morning. So lately I've been doing it at home, but I find I kind of end up rushing it a bit because I'm just kind of wanting to get out of the house and get to work so I can start my morning. And so I just did it in here, and it was amazing. I feel so good right now. And so the reason why I'm sharing this with you guys, like this whole morning routine, and doing my best to make some videos and really give you guys a visual insight into my morning, it's because for me this is like an ever-present journey of like finding the optimal morning routine, right? Of constantly trying to make it better, trying to hone it, trying to refine it, and just trying. And it's not just the morning, really; it's my whole day, right? It's just trying to find a great balance in my life, because I really find that my language learning productivity, and also how well I achieve my other goals in life, it's always so closely tied to that like fundamental balance that I have, right? And so times when I'm not waking up as early, times when I'm not getting my meditation done, times when I'm not eating as well as I would like to eat, times when I'm not as active as I would like to be. It's funny because in those times I find that my language learning is not great either. And I find that my other hobbies and activities are not great either. So it's funny because sometimes I think people say like, oh, well, I can't get up early because of this, or well, I can't like do meditation because I'm just too busy, or well, I'm not able to exercise because I don't have enough time. And I actually think that's a perfectly valid thing to say, and it makes sense. But the funny thing is that it's almost like the more things I do, such as meditating, such as walking and exercising, going to the gym, such as eating well. It's funny, you would think that that would give me less and less and less time, but actually I end up making more time for all those other things. So so this morning was just a really nice time for me. Like I said, like I studied my I actually studied Chinese on the way to work. I haven't told you guys this yet. I guess I'll just tell you now. A few days ago, I started studying Mandarin Chinese. We can talk about that in another video, because this whole video has basically become about my morning routine, my new morning routine, and the importance of just a general life balance with, and how that impacts your language learning. But yes, so on my way to work, I was listening to my little Chinese audio that I had sort of downloaded and got on my phone. I got to work, did my beautiful morning routine, listening to some really peaceful music from Nils Fram. Nice piano music that I really enjoy. It was so peaceful, I loved it. And then I came in the spaceship and I was enjoying my coffee and my bagel while listening to German music, which I really enjoyed. And then I did my meditation, and it's 6:45 a.m. right now, so I still have tons of time left in my morning. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. So that's kind of my current, you know, you've seen my morning routine last week with the language sprint. Today you're seeing progress, right? I think I just figured out that I should do my meditation here in this little spaceship. There's our other office dog. He's so sweet. But so, yeah, I want to show you guys not just the things that I have mastered and the things that I'm really good at. I would love to also show you guys how my journey is also a continual process of trial and error. So there we go, bit of a philosophical video. I felt really good this morning, and I just felt this need to share that with you, because like I said, you might think, well, this video wasn't much about language learning, but to me, this was everything to do with language learning, because people are always asking me, how are you so productive? How did you manage to learn so many languages in such a very short period of time, while also learning programming, while also learning to play the guitar, while also learning how to bake bread, and all these other things that I do, while learning how to design, while writing a book? To me, this is the core, right? It's really all about my lifestyle, my mentality, and I'm not even saying I have us all figured out, but I'm obviously a pretty productive and focused person, so I'm just trying to find new ways to share this with you guys in a way that is hopefully entertaining. I hope you guys enjoy kind of coming along on these little adventures with me. But yeah, I want to talk about not just how do you learn vocabulary, how do you learn grammar. I want to talk about how do you structure your life in a way that supports a continued, sustained, enjoyed process of learning a language, so that it's part of your life's journey, and something that you don't have to rush, something that you don't have to feel guilty about. It's something you should enjoy, and that should really be something you look back on one day and say, I'm really glad I spent all that time in my life learning languages.